My name is 𝕯𝖐𝖆 and welcome to my cribs. For today at least. For today at least. Come on in. Come on in and let me show you. Let me show you the tour of my brand new two-story home. You're gonna love it, friends. Come on in. Let's get started.
Welcome home, dandelion.
Okay, so hello everyone. Hello, and welcome to a new series on the channel that we didn't quite necessarily ever see us doing this like this ever. This is one of those things that truly we just never saw coming. So welcome. Thank you all for joining me for this video. So let me get you set up. Let me get this explained, and then I promise you we will tour the house. So a little bit of backstory, because I don't think that I'm going to talk about this maybe every episode, because it's a series, and I feel like if you know, you know. Yeah, I may reference it, but I just kind of want to jump into it as I get into it. And so let me just explain here in this introductory video what this really is, and then we'll get back to the shenanigans. And so, Merry Christmas, first of all. This is the day after Christmas that I'm recording this. I'm at work, so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Hence the sleigh bells. If you don't know, my name on this channel is 𝕯𝖐𝖆, alright? And I've had a rough, maybe not rough, I've had an interesting couple of past years. Basically some things happened and I had to re-encounter God. I kind of had to get on my big girl panties and be serious about life and about myself, because I was taking a lot of things for jokes. And I feel like you kind of don't realize what you take for jokes and what you take for granted until you're kind of in that crossfire of both. And it was one of those things where, I really thought in my heart I was living a life. And now I realize that what I was doing was struggling to get by and just existing. But living a life, how I define it now, it was nothing like this, 2 years ago. And so coming back after all of this has happened, all this great jazz, here recently, I've been going to the Father and I'm like, look, I want to do things, I want to do things. I have needs, you get like that in life. You have needs, you have wants. And so, I'm like, I know I haven't worked for a while, God, but we need a source of income. And I really want to staple that here and also say too, when I was going through my season of having to recluse and be back at home, I wasn't getting money like that. We wasn't getting a whole lot of nothing, honestly. And truly, you just need to be grateful. Be grateful for your job. It may suck. You may hate walking in that mug. And I truly hope that you don't have to work a job where you hate it, because I've been there, okay? But if you are in a place or in a position where you're not happy with your job, keep in mind you're getting income, okay? It's a source of income that somebody else doesn't have. And even if you have to put it on bills, your car, your house, food, whatever, you have freedom. You have transportation to go when you want. You got a place to lay your head. It may not be ideal. The point I'm trying to make is, yes, we are all struggling out here, but realize there is somebody who has it worse than you. And because I came out of college pretty much working, I think maybe I took 5 months off from college to find a job. And I worked from there. So I was 21 at the time. I worked from there till now, or to 2 years ago. I'm 28 now. And so for 7 years, or really for 5 years, I was just blessed. I had my own jobs. I had my car. Yeah, I lived with family, but I could come and go as pleased. I took trips. I went to concerts. I did so much not realizing that it was God who was blessing me to do those things. It was kind of like a self-effort thing. Well, I worked this hard, so I should be able to do this, and really I was unhappy, like I said, in my life. So all I wanted to do was like go to concerts, and blow my money on things that didn't really matter. Blow it on concert outfits that I threw away after the concert because I wasn't confident enough in my body. I was confident enough to wear it for that attention, but not confident to keep wearing it, And so, in all this backstory, because I don't want to rush too much in here, but I don't want to draw this out. But I did tell the Lord that like I would testify on His behalf. So I just hope you hear me when I say like money is great, but truly it is, if you are not careful in how you are using your finances and how you are chasing after your money. Yes, it is the root of all evil. Money is the root of all evil. That's in the scripture. However, I don't want you to think that it's just evil for you to go out here and get your money because get your back. The Lord don't want you to be broke. Like you owe Him 10% because of your blessed job. But the thing is, when you get so much money, it can become this need of like, I need more, I want more, gotta have more. So just make sure in all you're getting and in all you're doing that you get the Lord first, because when He blesses you, when He increases you, it is nothing like the world could ever give or do for you. And so, boom, here we are. 2 years, I haven't had a job. Okay, obviously I know I need money. The Lord told me to do YouTube, so I'm thinking, well, maybe YouTube is gonna be where my money comes from. We ain't seen no money, so I'm like, well, Lord, why did you call me up in here, back here, if the money wasn't gonna get? Because if you don't know, I attempted to do YouTube before when the Lord told me, but I didn't have my heart in it. So bless the Lord that He did give me a second chance to like make a full circle at YouTube and right or wrong and put my heart in it this time and feel more confident, because the first time I did YouTube, we didn't feel confident. We didn't look like this either. So, and realize when I say look like this, like you're gonna get a confident girl. And it's not just because I think I'm cocky or I'm pretty, but you have to, and I want to put this here too for somebody. I was 316 pounds. You're getting a lot on this testimony. I was 316 pounds, and now I'm like 228. I don't care about saying my size now. At first, I was like, I don't want to tell them, but I'm 228, and I'm tall, I got muscles, I work out, whatever. I don't care about it. My body looks good. But, so I come from this place now where I walk a little bit more with confidence, and it's just because I've been big for so long. I've been big for so long. I beat myself up for so long. I was insecure for so long that now that I'm in this place of being a complete opposite 360 of what I was, I want to operate from here, And so with that being said, like, yes, I probably will have days where I do Emmys to go along with my videos. Or like outfits of the day. Didn't do it today. It was rainy. I was trying to get here. This is the setup start of it. And so as we do more, hopefully I will get better at all of this. And so the reason why we are here, friends, after all that testimony, it leads us to this bigger testimony, because in the inclusion period of me not having a job for like 2 years, literally 2 years, because I went to Korea and came back 2022 of November. It is 2024 of December, and I got my job last month. And so yeah, truly it has been a full 2 year like waiting period of just me working out, working out, but not only physically, emotionally, mentally. If you've been on my channel for a while, you've seen that we're just growing into something. I don't really even know what we're growing into at this point anymore. I just know that I want my channel to be a safe space. I just want to make this a home for people, myself included. And so, I realized that that's why I haven't had a job and other things like that, because when I tell you I was broken, Like, I had a lot of faulty logics. I didn't think the Lord loved me. I didn't think that people loved me or should love me. I was just really hard on myself because of circumstances and where I came from. And I think one of the biggest things that like I troped on myself so much about was being black. And I staple that in here to tell somebody, you're beautiful, all right? Stop thinking that the world is against you because you're black. Yes, there are people out here to get you because you're black. I'm not gonna lie and say that there is not. I just don't want you to become so consumed in the idea of, I'm black, so everybody is out here to get me. Because if you operate from a place of, oh, I'm black, so the world hates me, first of all, it makes you feel superior in a sense. And Jesus never intended that for us. I mean, yeah, Jesus never intended that for us. We were, even in the Bible, it was never like Joseph saw that black lady over there and thought that she was beautiful. They used the cities and the towns they came from. So I'm just saying, don't place importance on who you are, where you come from. I'm from Jasper, Texas. I'm a black girl. I am a Southern belle. You're not gonna sleep on me. Hello. But at the same time, like, I'm so much more than just the black girl from Texas, and when the Lord looks at me, he doesn't just register me as, that's my child, though he saw me from Texas. She's black, she got these piercings, she thinks she the bomb.com. The Lord don't look at you like that, so don't look at yourself like that. Like, have pride in who you are, but realize, like, this is a spiritual battle, all right? We have enemies that we cannot always see. So a lot of times, things that happen against us, it is spiritual attacks. And if you are not rooted in the Lord, you're never going to know what your enemy looks like. But I do know that racism is a form of enemy I have, because I get offended whenever I assume that somebody is judging me because I'm black. Once again, people do it, and I'm not saying that people don't do it. I'm saying don't become so consumed with that ideology that the world just wants to get at you because you're black. That is not true. White people is out here struggling like we struggling. Hispanics are out here struggling like we struggling. We got Asian brethren and sister out here struggling like we struggling. Like, people are just struggling, okay? If you are a child of God, especially, like, this is a hard life to live. Now, once again, I'm not going to be one of those people who sit up here and tell you that racism is not a thing, that it doesn't exist, that, like, you don't get treated differently from being black, because you do. You do. Hands down, all of that stuff is true. I am just saying, you have to weigh this thing out and balance it, because the world will get you so caught up in thinking that you are a curse because you are a black person, and that's not true. And I really just want you to get that understanding. You have to weigh these spirits you are battling and these people and interactions. That's why you need to ask the Lord to always guide you. And that's why you need to try to dwell with the Lord as much as you can, because you may not understand that spirit or attack or attention, but the Lord does. He knows everything in and out. So you may be thinking that it's a racism thing, but it may not be a racism thing. Maybe it's a fat person thing, or maybe it's not a fat person thing. Maybe they just don't like your hair color, it can literally be anything with the person. So let the Lord help you work on your discernment, so that way you will know when or when not it is. If I can set this up in the best example before I really need to move on. At church one time, I hugged this lady who was a Caucasian lady. She is, funnily enough, on the prayer team. I hugged her. My pastor, he's Caucasian. I hugged my pastor first, so I'm assuming she wants a hug too, because she's right there beside him. And this is church, like, we're all supposed to be brothers and sisters in Christ. Like, let me hug you, right? I hug her. There's no emotion there. Also, it's raining if you hear thunder in the back. But I hugged this woman, and there's no emotion there. Her eyes were cold. It was like she really didn't even want to hug me, And I was like, oh my God. At church, especially, to me, that's an example of, I don't like you because you're black, but I'm going to lie about it because we're in church. Like, you're not supposed to say that at church. That's an example. I knew the difference. I know the difference. I went into Sephora one day, and this girl was staring at me. I thought she didn't like me because I was black. Come to find out, she was intimidated by my makeup and she thought I was pretty. You have to weigh your options. You just don't ever really know what people are thinking. So just don't assume, don't assume against people. Don't assume against life, because life is just hard. And we're all just out here struggling to live our lives. And so that is some of the stuff I've been working on in this inclusion period. And if you want to know more about that, hear more about that, you can always go check out the real Bible stories, a Pac's perspective. I always try to give my perspectives onto things like that. But because I don't want to take up too much more time, I keep saying that and I keep taking up time. But I think more or less like I just want to say what I feel like the Lord wants me to say, and I want to make sure that I'm doing it right on this first episode. So when I don't do this no more, there's no as to why we're just goofy or why we don't talk about it. So in these past 2 years, I've been working on self-healing with me, with the Lord, right and wrongs with my family. Blessed be to the Lord that He truly has allowed me these moments to get things right that I got wrong with relationships, with myself, and He has blessed me to just be able to live a life. It has not been easy. It has not been ideal. I've had to watch other people come up while I'm sitting on the side like, Lord, do you still love me? Do you still care? Not realizing that all of this has been preparation for something. But like the children of Israel, we don't ever see what the Lord has in store for us. We just see with our natural eyes. But He has seen it all, the beginning and the end. So of course He knows better than you when things are right and in what time and they're right. And so this job, I was searching for jobs again, because it was one of those things where I was going back and forth with the Lord about. I'm gonna be very blunt and honest with you. I did not want, because of the other things that I work on, I did not want to feel like because I got a job, it was taking away from the thing the Lord called me to do. But I also had to realize, yes, the Lord called me to do something. I need money, and I think I didn't want to be out of order because I didn't want to just not trust God, because yes, He called me to do this thing and like it's not benefiting me. So I felt like it was kind of one of those things where like, well, are you going to move because it's not benefiting you, or are you going to obey and stay with God and like just do what it is He's called you to do? So for the first year, all I did was work, on YouTube, on content, things like that. Second year, it's kind of more or less been the same. Time management, different things like that, getting my life in order, trying to really figure out how to live life as an adult and like how to balance the art of having content and trying to build and establish a community, whether be on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, social media, whatever the case. And so it was coming back around time, and it was like, Lord, listen, times are getting increasingly hard. I have these needs. I am a person where I don't like, and that's one thing I've had to learn too. I don't like depending on people. I want to do everything myself. I like to pay for things because I got the money to pay for it. If I see a shirt, all right, and it got twinkles on it, I want to get the shirt because it got twinkles on it. If I have the money for it, and like, if my best friend sees a shirt that has twinkles on it and she wants that shirt, I want to get it for her. If my best friend is in need and she has a need, I want to help her. If my mom has a need, if my dad has a need, like, I love helping people. I love spoiling people. I love spoiling myself. And so having to depend on people and not be able to like come from a place of spoilment, it's been stagnant. But I also realized like the Lord has, just know, because I could keep like going back into like different things of my life that I've learned and how I now see. It's like the Lord just reveals to me like the things I've truly learned in these seasons. But point is, we were coming back to this argument, me and the Lord, not argument, but sometimes you got to go around the mountain with God, like you got to keep talking to Him about things. Like, I know you say you see me, Lord, but keep in mind, like, even though you're up there, I'm living this out in real time. So like, I know that like I am stressing here, but we forget even in that, the Lord done already lived it out. Like, He done came down here and did everything He needed to do, like, you're good. And so as we were talking about it, I was like, well, Lord, just let me be accepting. My thing now is I just want to be obedient to God. If He tell me to go do something, I want to know it's Him so good that I just go do it. I don't want to beef with this man about nothing no more. I don't want to fight about life. Life has been hard, all right? And so I just want to walk this thing out with Him because He is my friend. And, when you beef with the Lord, that's a different type of beef. And so, yeah, we were talking about it, and I was just like, guide me, because more than anything, to be honest, I am a softie. So when I love hard. I'm a people pleaser. So of course that I love God. I love him so much in this vast way. I want to make sure I'm always pleasing to him and doing what's acceptable to him. Because I do not want to die and go to hell. Like, I'm sorry. People are like, yeah, live in the moment. No, bro. No. All right. I like fire. I look fire, but I don't want to be in fire. Not forever, bro. For the birds. But the point is, me and the Lord talked about it. I prayed to him and I told him, like, all right, I'm just going to accept it. I'm going to just move. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I cried about it because it was just so many decisions at the time. It literally felt like a part of me was being ripped away to start something else new. And I was so frustrated because it feels like I've kind of been on this whole ripping to start something new and ripping to start something new, and these outcomes are not doing what I want them to do. So it feels like a waste of time. And so, I applied. I went on Indeed. I wasn't gonna even mess with Indeed because they've given me scam jobs. People haven't responded. Back to this whole I'm black thing. I started a lot of people be like I'm Caucasian because I was just convinced that they were not hiring the black people here. Like we were just not getting the job. We weren't getting the call back, and I'm like, my name is Victavia. Like they don't know that this is a black girl name. I get Victoria so much, and Victavia. Like people would have never known that I was black, and so. I started back applying for jobs and I was kind of discouraged. I'm not gonna lie to you because I used to be a teacher. Call it what you want. Daycare teacher, private school teacher. I taught babies. That's my alley. Newborns, 2 to 3 year olds, 4 to 5 year olds, you name it. Big kids up to 15-year-olds. I was there. I've been with everybody. Like we love children, and so. When I came back from Korea, that was a job that I had to let go because there's just so many rules and regulations behind children that if you do not walk this line carefully, they will revoke everything in your life. You won't be able to have kids. It's kind of in this world too now where like the parent and child has to be right. Really quickly, basically a situation happened to me where this son was mad that I reprimanded him in class or really got onto his butt and told him to stop doing that. He went home, told his mama that I hit him. His mom proceeds to tell the teacher, not the teacher, the head of the building, even though she knew that this kid was my favorite, one of my favorite kids. Like we were there, especially because we talked about the Lord. So I'm like, Jesus don't like that. How you just lied on me? But so my boss tells me at the time, I know you're not like this, but if that parent would have wanted to file charges on you, I would have had to file charges on you. So you know that I'm a good worker and a good employee, but you would still file charges on me to appease this mom, and there's nothing I can do about it. Garbage. So after Korea, I came back and I told my mom. So after I left Korea and I came back, I had a deep conversation with my mom, and she was just kind of like, daycare is in you, it gotta end. Like it gotta be an end to it. And I was understanding of it because it really does. And two, because I'm so emotionally attached to people that I love, especially children. I love children. You can have a baby. I don't care, bro. It is just something about their innocence. Like, they give you some of the funniest answers and they be dead serious. They be dead and they'll tell you things and it's like to the point. Like, to them, 2 plus 2 is 4. Why are you making it 2 plus 2 is like 4 plus 1 more is 5? No, it is just 4. They're beautiful, and so at the same time though, because they are beautiful and because I love children and I love loving on people who don't always get love, like it just truly blesses my heart to love on somebody, which is once again why I do YouTube, because I love loving on people, and so loving on my babies and having to let them go, it's been something very hard for me. It always pulls my heart out. It's always something, hang on. It always, it always pulls my heart out. It's always like just bittersweet. I hate losing my kids. I hate when they have to transition to other classrooms. They'll call for me. Then sometimes the teachers, they'll send me in their classrooms to deal with them. It's just a thing. And so when I was looking for jobs again, teaching was one of those jobs that popped up. And y'all, it's so wild. I went to school. I have my bachelor's degree, bro. I couldn't even get the barest minimum of jobs. The only job I think that I didn't apply for and get was a dishwasher position, because I was like, I'm not lowering myself to that standards. Like, we've lowered ourselves a lot. But yeah, y'all, like, I remember I had a whole meltdown because I thought I was going to have to work at Chick-fil-A and I didn't want to be standing outside. I was like, Lord, it's hot out here. It's summer months. I don't want to be out here. You know, like, oh, I remember I went to one place and I interviewed, and just, I'm telling you, you got to be careful where you eat it, because this is one of my favorite places to eat at. And when I went on the inside to interview, bad management, the establishment just looked questionable. It was just leaks. It wasn't too bad, but there were some leaks, and I was like, people just not really being sanitary, you know, that day. Hopefully they've cleaned up their act since then. And so, you know, it was just one of these things where I was just trying to get a job, right? I just wanted a job. I tried to work online. They were scamming. It wasn't really no good online jobs unless you wanted to work with AI. But see, I didn't know, like, if I had to answer God about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you help this AI get smart and you stand in front. You know, like, I don't know if that... Like, I don't know if you're guilty for dabbling in that. That's all I'm saying. And maybe you won't be, you know, because technology, the Lord knows people are going to be in technology. Like, I believe he puts people everywhere for a reason. Just with AI specifically, because AI can be harmful and I don't know all the in and outs, you know, I try to stay away from it. Also, sorry y'all, I'm itching, so you just gonna have to see this. But yeah, so I didn't take the AI job because I'm like, I just don't want to be in trouble with the Lord. There was more jobs, like I said, that just didn't want me. Jobs that I had applied for like a year out, it took them a year to deny me. And I'm like, if y'all didn't have these jobs active, or if y'all knew y'all was not hiring, y'all should have just said that y'all were not hiring. And so, anywho's, I kept applying for jobs. No luck. So we thought that perhaps it was because my minimum wage is like all over the place. Okay. So applying for jobs was just kind of like a bust. I didn't really know if it was like my resume was off or what was going on, but it just was a no-go, right? So there pops up this job, right? And it's this new job. I've never seen a job like this before. And I'm like, like this would be really nice to do. But I was unbelieving of the job because I'm like, this kind of seems too good to be true. You know, like this can't be. So I applied for the job, and basically it took them like a week to get back to me, and there was kind of some initial runaround at the beginning, like multiple people reaching out to me. I didn't know who was who, you know, and it kind of frustrated me because I felt like I wanted them to be more professional with how they handled me. But I get it, we're humans, we're all trying to be professional and we're all out here struggling. So that was just me griping, all right? Me griping and being me, a human. I can't hold you because they didn't do nothing wrong there. So I applied for some more jobs, right, that I saw opened up, and it just so happened that this job, I ended up like reaching back out to one of the people who had reached out to me, because I'm like, if I don't get this job, it's not their fault. It's my fault because I didn't follow through. I could have at least called back. I could have at least see, you know, the reason for my agitations, or like why this became such a thing, right? And so I called them back. I talked to a lady, and bam, boom, here we are in this new job. So long story short, I am so country. Long story short, my new job is really babysitting homes. I don't really know how else to put it. So I'm like a substitute teacher, but for houses. Basically, when people want to come in and tour, like y'all know how y'all see those new like houses and estates and stuff that's just newly built with these pretty houses and things like that. I watch those houses when the sales consultants are away. And so, you know, this job, y'all, it's just such a blessing, because there's much more liberties and freedoms here that I could have ever asked for. And truly, the Lord is so incredible with how he works, because one of the reasons why they took interest in me was because I was a teacher. And back then I used to give myself so much crap, especially about the fact that I wasn't a quote unquote like school district teacher. You know, I was just working with the babies or whatever, but that technically is still like a district in its own. But you know, this job, it allows me to still be able to work on other things and this, and I have liberties, I have freedoms, I don't have people, like breathing down my neck all day. And so coming from jobs like that, coming into this job, I ain't gonna lie, it felt like a scam. I was like, Lord, is this for real? Like sometimes I wake up and I'm like, Lord, please don't take this job from me. Because it is such a dream come true. And I was telling my best friend, we always talk about experiencing these moments, right? These moments of blessings where God just does supernatural things from you and you don't understand it. You don't understand how, why, when, or where. That's kind of how I feel. You don't feel like you deserve this. That's how I feel. You don't feel like you belong here. That's how I feel. You feel like this could be ripped from you because you don't belong here. And that's not true. Like if the Lord allowed me, and not only this, I dreamed this job. Like I know for a fact that in some dreams the Lord has shown me, I dreamed this, and I know it because He confirmed it to me in the secret ways that we talk. But I even was able to go back. I have witnesses. I have two witnesses, three witnesses actually. So yes, I have witnesses because I tell them my dreams, and I write it down. And so just know, like, the Lord, when He promises you things, man, He is for real. Like you get to enjoy these things, and not because you walk this straight and narrow path. Man, I probably fell off this path 25 times today. No, I'm playing. But you don't get rewarded because you're this perfect, great child. You're just rewarded because the Lord loves you and He loves to reward you, Now, yes, I will say, to experience this blessing right now, how I'm experiencing it, I did have to get in line. I had to follow Him. I truly had to do what He told us. Seek Him first and then let Him establish everything into me. Because this job, I've never seen a job like this before. Ever. I don't know if they just wasn't hiring in this field when I was looking for it. I would have loved to start off in something like this. It's beautiful. It's incredible. And honestly, even in this job, the Lord has had to show me, like, there's so much more to life. I was telling my best friend, Sugar Cookie. We're just going to say Sugar Cookie. That is the only one. My mom, Foxy is mother. Sugar Cookie is the bestie. So they're both besties, but code names. I was telling Sugar Cookie and Foxy, actually, I knew I wanted a house. Like, I knew I wanted a family. I don't think I ever really questioned how I had a floor plan, not this detailed. So now that I'm here and I'm in these houses, I'm like, okay, now I know, like, how I want my house to look, like I know how I want to live. And even I find that so beautiful because I thought I knew how I wanted to live. And I feel like the Lord revealed to me, no, you were thinking too small-minded. And not only that, but I feel like the Lord really is showing me, like, you can have, like, this stuff, it's not fake. Like, this stuff is within your reach. Like, you can have whatever it is I allow you to have because I allow you to have it. Like, this stuff does not make you, because it's just stuff, and all this stuff, it comes from God. So He is truly the rewarder of those who diligently seek and love Him, and so if I can give you any motivation or like encouragement to love on Him, not even loving on Him because He blessed you with this, because Lord knows He could have kept me where I was at and I would have probably cried 2-3 times a day, but as long I was all right, we wasn't crying, because as long as He has been sustaining me and just allowing me the space to breathe, to be provided for, to be like less stressed out and just free, loved it. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But so we talked about this, and I was like, Lord, I get dressed up. I see these beautiful houses all day, every day, and I show them off to Foxy and Sugar Cookie, and that's kind of just it. Like, I kind of don't really talk to. I don't have friends. Those are my friends, and you guys, you're my friends here. And so because y'all are my friends, y'all are not even my friends. Y'all are my family. And so because you are family, and I am delighted by your presence here, and because I want to make you laugh and hopefully give you some hope and encouragement and motivation, I am going to be taking you through these houses. They're going to be my cribs. Growing up, I always wanted to do an MTV crib. Growing up, I was always like, Lord, these people are going to see how your girl is living. We're going to have fish tanks everywhere. We're going to have flat screen TVs everywhere. We just do. We're going to do all this great stuff. We're going to have lions in every room, all right? Cheetahs roaming outside, monkeys hanging from the ceiling. 5-story house, all right? Everybody was just gonna love it, right? Everybody was just gonna be in love with me and my house. Here we are. Here we are in my house for today. And so, yes, I want to do these MTV crib shows with you, but it's going to be Summer's cribs because, first of all, I don't want to go to court with nobody because if you just heard the intro of my story, we've been broke. So I don't have money for people to be out here trying to sue me right now. You know, your girl is just trying to get her gains, all right? But yeah, so this will be called Summer Space. Maybe I'll get a cooler name for it. I didn't even ask the Lord about my name. I just kind of was like, oh, a new show, wicked. But so yes, this will be whatever it's gonna be named, y'all. And this would just be y'all chilling with me through my job, you know, and our job. So like I said, hopefully this can just encourage you and inspire you and give you hope, man. You know I've been talking and rambling, but I just think it's important to share my story. I don't want to just get on here and be like, for me personally, I've always wanted to watch people who were honest with me. I don't want to fake. I just want to tell you the truth. And sometimes when I talk, I get passionate and I do ramble. Like, you know, the Lord really do know who to call and choose to talk, don't he? But so, you know, I know that I rambled a lot and I'm not going to apologize for it because I just kind of feel like hopefully you can take something out of this and apply it to your life. But as I wrap this up and we get into the funness of the house, just like I tell you, remember, this is all about the Lord. He blessed me to have this place and space. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you for the past 2 years every day has been easy. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that every day I've wanted to keep going. Heck, I've quit on myself more than the Lord has quit on me. He ain't ever quit on me. But I've quit on myself at least 35 times. And that was in a month. All right. And so, you know, sometimes it just gets hard, especially when you're out here and you're grinding and you sowing and you don't see, you know, like people, I feel like people love to tell you like, oh, I got my come up, you know, like if you persevere and you're consistent with it, like you gonna get these gains. But what they don't tell you is when you're first starting out, the perseverance and the persistentness part of it is that you're not gonna have a lot of feedback. Like you're not gonna have people out here checking for you, wanting to see if you're doing good, wanting to see if you're really holding up on your content. Like they're gonna judge you, they're gonna mock you, they're not gonna support you, they're not gonna hold you down the way you think that they are. And it be the main ones who run up in your grill talking about, girl, I got you for life. Like we girls for life. I got your back for life. You know, like you do this, I do that. Like, yeah, we cut from the same cloth. Yeah, all of that, Roberta. And so if you're a person where you just have to go into, or maybe you're getting ready to go into these seasons by yourself, be encouraged that you are never alone. The Lord is with you always. Girl, the Lord is here. He right here. He's sitting across from me. Okay? He up in heaven. I have that much confidence in God that to me, it's no longer like he's in the sky and I'm here on earth and we're separated. No, literally if I reach out right here, I believe that his presence is right. I'm touching him. I can't see him. I don't even know if that's true or not, but that's as much confidence as I have, is that he's right here with me because he promised me in his word. And I truly just believe that if he promised to always be with us and if he's always seeing us, why wouldn't you think he's in a room with you in that moment? So point I'm making is you're never alone. You don't need anybody to do this. Support systems are great though, because let me tell you, Foxy and Sugar Cookie, they were my main support systems. And I don't think if they would have supported me, I honestly don't know how far along I would have came on this journey. But I truly feel like even if it comes in a situation where the Lord has called you to do this by yourself, baby, walk by yourself. You may not understand it in the moment why he called you specifically to walk like that, to go through those trials. But I promise you, when you are coming through this other side of it and you start to just really get an understanding, right, of life, you realize like, God, I wasn't even there with you, but like truly you had everything worked out. Like you knew what you were doing, you know, like you cared about me all along. And so this video went way longer than what I expected it to, but I think it's just one of those things where like, y'all, I really love the Lord. I really do. And I told him if I ever got a chance to just be here for people, I just wanted to be here for people. And you know, I feel like such a big girl now, and I'm excited, like seeing myself like this. Like for y'all it may just be a video, but for me, like this is so much more. Like, this is not just me looking at 𝕯𝖎𝖆. Like, this is me looking at a girl who's like, I don't want to cry, yo, because we be being emotional. Like, we be out here crying about everything, but it's my heart. People, they always talk about, like, I got this and I got that, and, like, I came up, but I truly did. Like, there were just days where it was really hard. It was really hard to find value in myself, especially when I think the worst, not worst thing, but it is a different type of understanding. Is that the word I want to understanding? It is a different type of obedience, and I guess place of reverence that you have to come from. Obedience, really, and acceptance. When people around you are getting blessed and the Lord allows you to see them getting blessed, but you don't get blessed, like, you're getting blessed, but to you it doesn't seem like you're getting what they get because you want what they have. So for instance, to use this in a practical setting, Sugar Cookie and I both do videos. Sometimes her videos get like 15,000 views on TikTok. I'm out here scraping by for 2 views, bro. And I'm sitting here thinking, what is the beef? Like, do I not, like, invest as much time in my stuff as she does in hers? But see, I had to realize, I don't know what the Lord is working in Sugar Cookie. And not only that, I shouldn't be jealous of anything that she has. Because if the Lord is growing her and increasing her, I should see his goodness and his faithfulness. I should see that he is a rewarder of those who do well. And that should encourage me in turn to want to work harder. Now, I ain't going to sit here, though, and lie to you and say that it did do that for me, because it didn't. There was times where I felt myself wanting to be bitter about things like that happened. And really, the Lord had to I don't want to say shut me up, but I feel like he had to bring me to this place of understanding that, first of all, why are you truly following me? Are you following me because you want me to bless you like these other people, or are you following me because you trust me? If I told you I was going to do something for you, even if you don't see it today, tomorrow, even if you don't see it next year, are you just going to discard everything I said to you, or are you going to trust me and still stand with me and believe that I'm going to do this for you? Not even because I did it for them, but because I chose you too. I chose you to carry out this message in a way that you do. I want you to have a victory. I want you to have a future. And so, understanding all of these things, it's been hard to grasp. And I love saying, like, I'm gonna be out here working for the Lord, like, I'm gonna be winning these souls or whatever. You can't win souls if you don't go through nothing. If you don't be down there, you know what I'm saying? If you haven't really fought this thing out, how you gonna go and talk to somebody who have fought it out? Because they're gonna be like, oh, what's your background in it? And you're gonna be like, well, I done heard about it. But I don't care what you heard about, what you been through, like what you done walked. We can hear a lot, babe. I don't care about hearing. I want to see, So, like, there's this Bible verse, and it goes, people say, show me your works, show me your faith by, or something like, if you have faith, show me your works. And this guy's rebuttal is, by my works, I will show you my faith. Like, it's okay to have faith and to believe, but you have to, you just have to keep going. When everything is stacked up against you, when, I'm telling you, sometimes it will truly feel like you are at a breaking point. Like, you are just about to snap, fold, crackle, pop, and you just can't take this no more. You don't think it's worth it. You don't see why you should still be doing this. And I just want to encourage you that don't stop, okay? Keep going, keep going, keep going. Like, truly it is well in the land of the living. It is not as bad as you think it is. And if you can stream, if you are able to do for yourself, to go out, to even breathe, bro, on your own, just realize you are extremely, incredibly blessed. So, with all of that sentimentality being done, yes, the Lord has blessed me and increased me very faithfully, and he has been a friend, and so I never really knew, like I said, I never really thought I would be here doing this, and I never would have assumed that my testimonies would be like this. You know, I always wanted to be like this, but to truly be here and be like, dang, Lord, yeah, you keep coming through for me. Like everything you promised me, you are faithful. You know, and I love being able to share that with you guys because a lot of times people want to make it seem like the Lord, he this coward or like he can't handle taking you through stuff and you come out on the other side and you're better for it. Like people act like you gotta struggle and fight and like die a horrible death to be a Christian, and that's not true. Like this is not a religion for us. Choosing Jesus is a way of life. When you choose the Lord, that's it. Like that's your life. You know, you don't do this for attention, you don't do this for fun. You do this because you love him, and you realize that there's just so much more to life than what you think it is, you know. And when you start to follow God and walk with him and talk with him, you realize like you just in life we can have so many things wrong. We can misjudge God, and he not like that at all. And truly, we could be some of the biggest perpetrators for some of our like worst sins, but we'll run to God and be mad when he doesn't Houdini the situation, but you actively jumped in that situation. So if you and all your bad humanness and your grown girl and grown man, you know, spunk decided to go and lay in that bed, why are you asking the Lord to get you out of it? You get up out of it and clean it up. You made the mess. I'm just saying. Sometimes, yeah, we do need the Lord. You know, I didn't cry to him how many times for some things that I didn't do, but growing is realizing sometimes you put yourself in the pits and you got to get it out of there. So thank you so much, friends, for listening to my testimony. I really hope that this could like encourage somebody. What I'm gonna do is, so I don't keep like making this so long, I just want you to come in here if you want any more testimonies like about my life, about different areas in my life that I may have said up on here, you know, or want me to just talk to you about my logic about things. Let me know in the comments. I'm always down to talk, you know. But like I said, a lot of things in here that I've kind of covered in the real Bible stories and in a Pox perspective, but I wanted to cover them here going forward so that way I can know I did my due diligence of saying like what this is about, why we are doing it, and like, you know, what I hope to get out of this. And really what I hope to get out of this is just to encourage you, give you some laughs, give you some ideas, and hopefully just give you a place to escape for a while and block out the noises of this world. So baby girl, baby boy, welcome home. Thank you for coming home to your safe space. Let's get it started. Let me get you on a tour of my lovely 2-bedroom home. Okay, y'all ready? Let us go. Cause this is a one-woman show, y'all better not come for me. All right, so let me go outside and be like those bougie people. Hang on. Oh gosh, y'all see how it's looking in my part of Texas right now? Look at that. Ooh, so glad for curls. All right, so when you walk into the home, it's cold. Ooh, pretty. Shoot. People are gonna listen to this and be like, this girl, what kind of recorder? Okay. What such a... I'm gonna have to mute this. Okay, get serious, Summer. So yes, this is my bathroom. As you can see, we have the very well tiled and stained surface on the counter to give it more of that light and airy feeling. We keep it white so that the space always look inviting and welcoming. You know, you see the shower, do you see the towel? Do you see all this pretty towel right here that we have in the shower? It is standard if you have little children. You know, we have the toilet right there. You see, we have the toilet. Oh, and look, when you want to look out the window, you know what I'm saying? Because who doesn't want to go potty and look at nature? Okay. Because who doesn't want to potty while they're in nature. Who doesn't want to do the nature while they're looking at the nature? So yeah, guys, this is my bathroom. Thank you so much for coming to check out. Let's go to the next room. Oh. There are step downs in every room. I just feel like that should be included. This is a room for my daughter. Her name is Summer Jr. She's at school right now. So I think what I really love about this room the most. Hang on, let me. So what I if I can get this to be copacetic. Are you gonna? No. Oh, Summer. Hello. So I think what I like the most about this room, I love the lights, obviously, on both sides, and like it is so princessy for a baby girl. I like these little, and bro, you can get these from Hobby Lobby, but like these little fur stools, they are really nice, dude. I really like this. And so this would be a room for like a baby girl, obviously, if you had one. Yeah, let's move on to the next room. So honestly, what I love about this room is they tailored it specifically to a boy. So it's not like overly much. There's a style of like simplicity, you know? There's one lamp over here, and then of course they added a theme. And so up here, I think baseball kind of like outdoes football in a sense. And I only say that because I've been to like 2 houses maybe that has football, but I feel like I've been to more houses that have baseball. Hang on. I'm impressed with the I'm sorry, y'all. I'm impressed with the acoustics up in here. Like, they do make my voice sound that good up in here. Hello, but there's this bed down here. That's not bed, Lord. There's this like little seat right here, and I like that too. And because, you know, like that gives them like a little, you know, beanbag thing or whatever while they're in here. But yeah, I love that closet because the baby's girl's closet, my baby girl's closet, her closet doesn't have that much space. Lord, I'm gonna have to get better at getting a character for these because we are struggling out here. But yeah, in this room, I love how my son Jeremiah, his walk-in closet, like you can actually walk in that mug because like that is beautiful. So before we leave this room and I get you back on the rest of the tour, who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? When will my reflection? No. Who is that girl I see staring straight back at me? Why is my reflection someone I don't know? Somehow I cannot hide who I am, though I've tried. When will my reflection show who I am inside? When will my reflection show? When will my reflection show who I am inside? Woo! I just want to say, we're going to go up here too. Y'all girls sung the mess out of that song. And that's because we used to be afraid of our voices too. Don't be afraid of your voices, kiddies. Let's go in. So this is my kitchen area, and I really love how open this space is. I love that you can walk around one side of the counter and then you go around the other side of the counter and then you just go to the front room. It's so amazing. It's so lovely. And then I absolutely love the fridge. Okay, I know we haven't really talked, but look at that. Look at the simplicity style of the fridge. Okay, I love that my microwave is completely touchscreen. My stove, it is a gas stove. I'm gonna assume it's a gas stove, but but it is a very lovely, nevertheless. Honestly, y'all, what I really love about this space, I think in general, is for real, like these counters, bro. Cause y'all, like, look, this is beautiful. Like, I am such a sucker for like anything stained pattern, especially this, cause I feel like it's soft, it's subtle enough where like it's not overdoing you. Hello. It's not overdoing it, you know, like there's just enough for it. When you walk in here, the first thing you come into is the fridge. Now, obviously, the homes, like, not all of them are going to be set up like this. Like, you set your homes up how you want. But I just really love the design patterns that they chose for, like, the backdrop of the stove. That's beautiful. And because like there's so much white in here, for them to have those brown stones like that, or are they gray? Y'all, my mama tell me I'm colorblind all the time, so Foxy, I'm so sorry. But whatever color they are, they look very, very beautiful over there hanging off. But honestly, another one of my favorite parts that I'm about to show you too as well, talk about as I walk over here, there is like a bench under like this lamp type setting. And I think that is very nice. You don't see that a lot in homes. And like I said, this is a newer like built home, but y'all, it's still beautiful. Okay, let's go see. Let's go see. I'm tired of talking about it. Let me take you to see it. Okay, so I said under a lamp. It's not under a lamp. Let me see if I can put this right here and show you. So yeah, so like there is this. Hang on, guys. There is this bench right here, and it's like 2 people can sit. Y'all, it is raining, like it's raining. And there's this little lamp right here, but I think you can even like, okay, because it's turning to face me now. You can turn it. I like this. This is really nice. 82, Claude Monet. Claude, you graced my house with something beautiful. What are these people doing though? I wonder what month that was, like what season. It looks pretty though. Anywho's. Yeah, guys, this is my section. Welcome to my master bedroom. As you can tell, we have a mirror up here. We stay ready with the wine tray and glass. And as you saw, we have chairs over here. We have this beautiful green ivory table to die for. The intricity on that mug, the sheer amount of coat and color makes it exquisite. Y'all, listen, look, I really do love this, all right? Like, this is gonna have to be something I incorporate in my future house. Like, I like the idea of this. I never thought of this. We didn't think of this, okay? So we really do truly love this. The chairs, I actually do like the chairs. I don't like the pattern personally, but I like flower patterns. I don't like this pattern. I don't know if it just, to me, it fits the color combination. I've seen prettier chairs placed, okay? That's it. But this is beautiful. I like this room. This is the master bedroom. Funnily enough, it is the bathroom that I like the most out of the whole house, bro. Well, I'd say my first favorite spot is up here where I was telling you guys about, and then that bathroom, because that walk-in walk-in shower, y'all, Sugar Cookie, when I first showed that to her, I could have went through the roof, all right? It is beautiful in there, but I honestly do love this master bedroom. This needs to be a little bit bigger, okay? Because your girl need more space. And I'm talking about just for me, all right? Because when I sleep, we kind of just be all over the place. I mean, I may start over here and then end up all the way over here. And it's because I know I have that much space. I like to have space to kind of just starfish and lay in the middle of my bed. I'm a tall girl. I can't starfish this or I'll hang off the edges. I want to be swallowed up in the middle, okay? So yes, like I honestly I do love this house. The bed for a master bedroom, I feel like the bed should be a little bit bigger because it's your master bedroom. Like, you know, I feel like I don't know. I just feel like you should have more, and I kind of feel like in a way they try to cop out because it's so intricately spaced out. This room, I'm sorry if they ever watch this, and I hope that this doesn't sound bad, but the way that, or maybe it's just how they have the furniture set up, this space seems so much smaller. And I feel like because they have such a massive walk-in like bathroom feature and like walk-in closet, they took away from the room a little bit. And hence because they did that, the bed is smaller. You know, the room feels like a little bit smaller compared to other master bedrooms that I've seen. But truly, like I say, it comes back to really, I feel like if they would place things a little bit differently, maybe, or like, honestly, me personally, I've just realized I'm a person who, when I have a room, like I want it to feel like a room, like I want it to be spacious and big. So to me, this kind of misses out like the feel of a master bedroom because it kind of feels closed in. Because where my phone is, there is this, it's sitting on this dresser, right? And like the wall is literally a couple of inches behind that. And so I just feel that they should have had more space here. But I love the ceilings. I love how high they are. That is beautiful. I love the walk-in closets. I wouldn't change nothing about that. I wouldn't even change the bathroom. I would just add more here, you know, because like this is your master suite. I feel like in any house that like you sell, your master should be one of the most exquisite places because like yes, people are looking for their children and they're looking for a home, but especially like a master bedroom, like the masters want to know that they're gonna be in something beautiful, like something spacious. And so yeah, that's my take on it, guys. I have to take you to one more part, but yeah, so this room is nice, this room is great, we love this room. So I hope you guys did enjoy the tour of my home. It was very lovely to have you guys in my space for a second or two. You know, like I really love just showing off the beauty of my house. It's so warm, it's so inviting, it's so top of the line. Nobody else has a house quite like mine, and baby, that's so divine. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for hanging with me. Thank you for rocking with me. I hope that you did like or look through this house or tour. These videos, ideally this should be the longest video out of the whole series, but you know why it is so long. And so I really just hope that this could be something that we enjoy and do together, because I honestly frankly don't know how long the Lord is going to allow me to enjoy this blessing before he moves me on to the next season. And so yeah, we're just gonna bask in this together, friends. But please comment, like, talk to me about something. You know what, this is what I want you to talk to me about in comments. Talk to me about a time in your life where you thought a season was dead and over, but God brought it back to fruition. Like he brought something full circle back for you. And if maybe you haven't reached a moment yet where like you've had a full circle moment. I want you to tell me a full circle moment that you would like to have in the future, like a prayer, like something positive that you would like to see happen in your life the next time you visit it, and I will pray with you on it. Okay, yes. And so please be safe out here in this Christmas season. If you're like up in the Dallas area, be safe out here. Okay, it's wet, it's muggy, there's been like sadly accidents happening left and right, so just be careful out there on your holidays wherever you are. Okay, Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. Blessings from me and all my loved ones to you and your loved ones. Please always just remember to be gentle on your mental. You got this. Life is lifing, but we are well. The Lord does love and bless you. May He keep you. I believe in you. I love you. And I hope whenever you view this, you have the most incredible blessed of days, or the most incredible blessed of nights. Goodbye, guys.